in front of the face type thing. You know what I mean?
You know, it's Black Panther. We have to blame Black Panther for that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Yeah. Straight out of the back. Sometimes I just gotta laugh, you know.
I'm so confused.
Sometimes I just gotta laugh.
Different drummer from the guy that I've seen.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This was a while back.
Oh,
so
it must
probably,
be.
Yeah.
Turn it up.
The drummer's going crazy, bro. David would love this. The polyrhythms.
I mean, that is the same drummer, you know. Yeah, it's the same drummer.
What time signature? What time signature was that?
I'm late.
Come on.
That was sweet.
I love those chops. A bit of rest. Allow them. Ain't gonna lie, I don't need that moth looking thing there though. I don't know, that alien type thing. I don't know. It don't help. It don't enhance the. It don't enhance it for me. You know?
It's for probably the worst video we've seen today. Even worse than the demonic one. So much going on.
Bro, you know what I'm saying? Foolish, man. So good. He's just foolish. Just you know, you guys ever seen those pictures in a gallery that will just be like a squiggly line in a gallery, and you'll be why? And it's worth millions. And it's like one squiggly line, and you're like, and then people will go around it. Yes,
I like the way the line is,
the articulation in the colours and the strokes, and there's only one like squiggle of poop. Yes. And I always used to really like think, are these people capping? You know, are they just pretending like this is fine art? You know, and what I've realized is that they're not capping, because if I showed this song to anybody, any normal non-musical musician person, they will just be like, what? They'll be like, yeah, they'll be like, it's noise. They'll be like, oh, like, where's the one? Where's the beat? You know, that's what they'll be saying. And for me, I think that was, from a musician standpoint, that was an absolute demonstration of like close to ultimate freedom musically that one could ever wish to express in a few moments of music. Like, you got to think about the time signatures, the patterns. You know, when I was studying at the institute, you know, I had thought, by the time I went to study at uni, I had been playing for like my whole life since I was 3, and I thought I had come up with the majority of patterns that I thought I could come up with on the drums. But the polyrhythms and the different drum, it sounded like it had 8 limbs. Like the stuff that they were doing collectively made it sound like there was more than what there was. You know, three man playing the drums. Like, that's what it sounded like. It was sensational, and I'm really just in awe of the fact that I could show this to anyone in my house right now, and they will just, no one will appreciate it. But you slap on Jesus is real, I know that, girl, my
kids singing it as well.
Is real. I don't even know the song. And it was like, yo, but like, do you know how hard it is to wait, sorry, another thing I've got to touch on, to write a piece of that level. You know, we did assessments at uni when we had to write our own musical piece, and that's what I wanted to do, but what actually came out, but bro,
as in that's what you wanted,
bro,
to do.
Like, that's where my mind was, like, bro, and I'm like, to write a piece that, and then not only that, because here's my thing.
Okay.
who wrote the music? Because if the guitarist wrote the music, then he's got to have the drummer in mind and say he's gonna. Do you get what I'm saying? You've got to have great minds to be able to create those riffs and then give it to a drummer and say, now do some odd timing stuff on it and then come back together and kind of piece this thing together. It's very complex. It's not easy. You don't just do that.
I hear you, but I think because that's their thing, so they can.
So they have a system.
Yeah,
of the way that
to a degree, because it's just like, let's say for us, we do gospel music, or we've done gospel music. That our type of what we will think is easy, very difficult for other people who are not. I remember I was listening to what's his name, Anderson .Paak was talking about how he had to teach someone he had to teach someone how to do gospel music, and this person could do all other genres but gospel music, and he had to teach them the different nuances and stuff that will come to us because we grew up in that. If you don't grow up in a certain thing, it's very hard for that individual, and they'll be listening to that Silver and Gold by Kurt Franklin and thinking, bro, how did he come up with that, and how did everything's coming in, the singers, how did you think of all of that? And kind of similar, obviously it's not as technical. That, like, I hear what you're saying though, because I'm listening to that and I'm like, this is. But what I also think that I think this is like 4 songs that they've combined into one. Sounds like. Because remember when we tried to do like a little rock thing, we tried to do like a Marvel.
Oh yeah,
thing, and it has different parts, but we broke it down and
segments.
We said okay, we're gonna do, and each of the segments sounded different to the last segment. I think that's what they're doing there, but on a more
grander scale.
And that's their style, that's their thing.
Lastly, like, sorry to say this, and it's not relevant, but part of me, as much as I would love to produce music like this and get people like all over the world like, yo, you're so amazing, you're so sick and stuff like that, there's a part of me that wouldn't want to do it, just because not only that, Tegs, you're close, not only that, but you don't get hoes, man. You don't get no hoes. Like, I'm gonna be real, man. You make this song and then you hoes. I mean, not hoes. I don't mean it literally, but hoes, even your girl. You take this to your girl and say, "Sweetheart, look what I just made."
She could be like, I mean, it's good,
bro. She won't even know. She won't even know. She'll just be like,
and you have to explain it. But you can't see. John is doing the triple thing, and come on, man.
Yeah,
and you just start getting upset.
I'm not gonna lie. It'll crush me. I'll take it, and she's like, yes. Oh, keep going, honey.
It reminds me of like,
it'll crush me.
When we did the Abbey Roads thing, that was what I was feeling from both of the women that were in the room, which is your girl and and his girl. They were just like, we were doing like some heavy metal stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously that's not their thing. They were just like, no, it sounds good.
Yeah. But who was saying that?
Both. Well, actually, no. At least yours is more objective about everything, but.
His girl was kind of into it. Are we talking about Emmanuel's?
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's something about when you bring people who aren't really in that world into it. They'll be like, yes, but they're being supportive. They will never listen to it. If they had no relation to us, they will not listen to that.
Does Tossin's girlfriend appreciate the music? That's what I know.
Yeah, I think she would. I think that Tossin's girl is probably from that same. He probably found her in that type of environment.
She would have to be, because that would be crushing. Because Shakespeare, imagine Shakespeare writing fantastic poetry, and his girl was like, okay, well done, sweetie, we put the books down.
Nice.
It's time for tea.
Nice. I like that.
Romeo and Juliet, that sounds nice. Hamlet. Romeo and Juliet is a nice one. It will be Macbeth? Really? I mean, it's good. I like it.
All right, now
there's witches in it though. But
put your books down and come for tea now, shall we? Yeah, it's mad. Anyway, we've digressed.
Yes, indeed.
What do people say?